Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here as the Teekan, and we are in a bit of financial distress. I have to kind of wait a little while here, and hopefully, usually when you start the game up from a save, it takes a little while for everything to recalculate and sort itself out. So, still pretty in the negative though, so I'm a little worried about that in general. Uh, Part of this has to do with there's a lot of planets we recently took that are in the process of assimilating and are not yet completely assimilated, so the cash flow is definitely impacted by that for sure. The second issue, which is probably the bigger issue, is that I have pretty much hosed my reputation um, by attacking all these colonies while not at war and all that fun stuff. So the reputation does directly impact our revenues, because if you go here and you look at this, we are concerned about our empire's poor reputation, -5. So if that wasn't there and it was 0, that would mean my taxes would be able to be higher to offset the approval rating. So to solve that problem, I kind of just have to wait longer. If we look at this planet here, looks like a pretty important planet, high population. They're only 39% assimilated for the Mortalin and 17% for the Gazurian population. As time goes on, and once they become 100% assimilated, this will turn from a massive negative balance to what I hope is a massive positive balance. And it's kind of just a waiting game. Like, I just have to wait for all these populations to flip over. Once they do, though, we'll be in good shape. In the meantime, what we're doing is researching the diplomatic texts. One, because they're free and I don't have any money, and two, because I am not sure, but I believe the higher the diplomacy text I have, I don't know if that has an impact on assimilation or not. I don't know if anybody else knows that. Feel free to drop that in the comments, but part of my brain thinks I read something somewhere that it does, so I'm kind of hoping that speeds things up a little bit, but I don't know for sure. We'll find out in time. All right, assimilation 100%. These guys are all good. So yeah, some of my pretty massive colony, I just look at my population. Like, these two massive ones are not assimilated. Probably some other fairly negative ones elsewhere. These guys are about to be assimilated. It takes a long time for assimilation to happen. All right, unfortunately, as far as new colonies go, the only ones that are habitable to the point we want to colonize them are not within range. So there's really not much we can do at the moment as it comes to colonization. So we'll just kind of wait. Let's look at our finances. So we know we're fairly abysmal here. Private's doing great. Nothing wrong with what they got going on. Funding level wise, we are almost completely funding our expenses, so that's good. And hopefully that gets better over time. Looks like we just hit it. So now the extra money is going to be going into colony growth and research, which would be pretty beneficial overall. Probably don't need to focus on Camino because they are not, I don't think I have any of their population in my empire. So let's focus on the stuff that we actually have. And actually, this is good, but I'm going to move it down just a couple. Let's get some of these easy ones, these 82 days, and just knock it out. That's only 8 days. I don't think I have any of them, though, so I guess it really doesn't matter that much. All right, we'll leave that alone for the time being. Hopefully we get lucky and we are able to save up enough cash to be able to do up another tech. But I'm not holding out too much hope. Zoom out a little bit here. Is there anything I can grab while I'm here? Yeah, these are all one in galaxy, so it's not super beneficial for me to research those right now. Anything else that I can currently do? Could queue up some carriers. And there's only one tech that's partially, and I can't even research that because it's not my species specific tech. So we'll just do what we've been doing and wait longer. Go ahead and pop over to our spies, see what they are up to. Looks like nothing at all. So let's go ahead and give it a quick pause. The only thing that I'm kind of scared about a little bit is I don't have any money to bail them out. So these very risky buy moves are not gonna bode well for me. Maybe I will, because it is slow, like, and I mean slowly, but it is slowly advancing all these people just by being in the same spot as this person with inspiring presence. But I don't think it's doing anything for these people that are untested. So I'm kind of thinking we send just the people who are untested. There's only these two. So let's go ahead and do that and just see if we have any luck at all. And who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and land something here. And if not, at least we tried. All right, I'm going, and it's been a little bit, not too much, but we've researched a couple of these techs. We've given a little time for this reputation thing to tick down. So I think our finances are starting to, maybe, I don't want to say stabilize, but they're getting a little bit better. Let's negotiate whatever deals we can. Maybe we have like a general here we can trade away. I like the idea of trying to get as many of their mining stations as possible. I don't really care as much about our research station. I will definitely do that. Give me all of these. What can I give you in return? I'll give you some money. Of course, we went very cash negative there. All right, this is going to put us in the hole, but we'll gain a bunch of stations. That's good. Maybe that will help a little bit economically. Agent has been captured. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we made a deal. We got another diplomatic tech under our belt. Take a look and see what's going on here. Private economy is just humming along. I don't think anything is going to happen there. That's not going to just be more positive than it is now. Here's our current maintenance fees. So that's, fairly expensive. Mining stations. I mean, we could definitely foot the bill for that. I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, we have a little bit of cash on hand, and I'm guessing, oh boy, never mind. We just spent all of it. I'll accept that trade and get a spy back. That's fine. They have more of our spies. Suppose we can do this. Let's take a look at our spy situation. All right, good. They're all normal and not double agented or anything like that. So we'll just let them sit here and bake for a while. Let some of the passive skill growth happen. Hope in the end that makes a bit of a difference. Not 100% sure it will. I'm hoping some retrofitting of those mining stations will get me some positive cash flow. I don't know why all of a sudden we're getting negative cash flow. Seems a little odd to me. Some expenses must be increasing somewhere. I'll do military refueling. That's fine. Yeah, we are popping all over the place. I'm going to pause for a second. Maybe I could sneak in while I got 130K. I could sneak into research because we are kind of running out of the text to research. Not completely, but I'd like to get something queued up. One in Empire. That's 5% research and 10% diplomacy. I am all about getting that done. I'm trying to think where we left off with some of the other stuff. All right, we'll queue that up. We have it. We are quite a bit below our potential research capacity because of the negative sentiment. So I'm going to let this continue to tick up for a while. Hopefully, maybe we could sign some more agreements and people will get even happier with us. I'd love to get as many mining stations as I can. A lot of stuff. I don't want to give them any of my stations, though. That's the problem. That's too much. So we know it's under 300. All right, let's pop that. We'll get a bunch of stations. Puts us negative cash, but that's fine. I assume the AI will begin retrofitting all of those mining stations we just took over. And when they do that, it will generate money for us out of the private economy. So we should see that, yep, flip around just like that. Now we got a lot of cash in reserves. Although our cash flow is still negative, which is problematic because that affects our funding levels, which are recovering. I mean, this looks a lot better than it did a little bit ago. So we'll let that keep going on for the time being. I do feel like while I have money in hand, I should probably queue up some more techs. So let's scroll up here and take a look at what we got going on. That's a year away. We do have Titan blasters already. That's good. Some of these are older techs. I just want to get them off the list. That's super negative. I don't know why it dropped so much. Let's take a look and see if we can figure it out. Our maintenance has gone up a little bit here, but not that significant. This has gone up a lot, probably because of these mining stations, but that's private economy. That shouldn't matter for this at all. Our income has dropped significantly. Let's take a look at construction ships. 27. They're not all doing something, so I mean, most of them are running around keeping themselves somewhat occupied, but definitely a bunch doing nothing. Hope we're going to start building some of these mining stations. The more resources we can get, the better. Get up some of those more advanced techs. You know what would probably be a good idea is move this up because that's 5% research. And it'd improve one of our core planets, which is going to generate more income. So let's get that out of the way first, and then we can continue with the other techs. We are slowly trending in the right direction. Go ahead and try to, while we have a little bit of cash on hand, let's try to get some of our spies back. Hey, we got a research breakthrough. That's good. Take what I can get. I don't care about the admirals as much. I think some of the pirates, I think Cruel Warriors had a couple of our spies. No, we got those all back. Never mind. Critical research breakthrough. I like that. Zeke. We got to check Zeke in a little bit. Make sure he's not demoralizing. All right, colony tax looks like it's a little bit higher. That's good. That means maybe some of those assimilations are completing. Yeah, our income's definitely higher than it was, which is good. Man, the Viscarians are getting wrecked still. All right, my negative reputation has ticked down quite a bit. Still not all the way better, but it's getting there. Research diplomacy bumps up the reputation. That's good. So I guess indirectly it does affect revenue. I cannot wait for some of these populations to finish assimilating. It's going to be such a big shift in revenue. More importantly, it's going to open us up to start taking more planets because we'll be able to have a positive cash flow buffer again. All right, we got the galactic diplomacy stuff researched. Slap that down on this planet. It'll increase diplomacy. It'll increase our development and happiness. I don't really know what mining rate does in the context of a planet. Does it just reduce how much of the resources on that planet we're pulling out? I don't know. We should start upgrading these wherever we can. Looks like they may already be upgraded on a lot of our planets, if not all of them. Like they're continuing to press on the Xenox here, which is a little bit problematic. These guys are super happy. All right, the mood has definitely gotten better with a lot of these people. Take a look at the state of our finances. So this is the most it's ever been. It's still not to the max. It could be almost double what it currently is, but it's definitely better than it was before or has been in recent history. I think the Beskarians are taking back a little bit of territory. That's nice. The more they fight with each other, the more their economies are wasted, and I can sneak in and take what I need from wherever I need to take it. Most likely down here. Did those ships ever finish? Ship's not in a fleet. This guy, I think I just need to retire him. Take a quick gander at our not our leader. I want to look at other people, characters, non-spies. Look at scientists. I think Zeke or something like that was our recent one. Yeah, like that's terrible. Minus 5% all research. You're gone. You gotta keep an eye on them because they develop these nasty traits that can screw you over. I don't want a protection treaty. That's costs money. All right, this is what I like to see. All right. Rapid energy recharge, a little research breakthrough. We're actually getting quite positive here on the colony growth. All right, this is interesting because now we have a little bit of positive cash flow, not a lot, but a little. But it's still not maxing this out. It says 360,000 is the maximum colony usable amount. Maybe that's because the percentage, like it's carved up. That doesn't feel right to me, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe it just can't optimally use that. But our research is maxed out. The most it can use. We'll be happy with that for a while. We might actually turn a little positive here once we get some more of this diplomacy tech researched, which I will then immediately ruin by pressing into taking more of this territory. Feels like the right thing to do. All right, we're about 15 days away from getting this tech. It's kind of doing that thing again where I'm gonna have to pause it here for a minute. The tech said 15 days, but this was still ticking past that. Yeah, I'll do a limited trade agreement. I don't have a problem with that. Anything that might help my reputation even more. All right, well, while that is sorting itself out, let's go ahead and start positioning our fleets so we can be ready for an invasion. Gonna get everybody up on in here. Don't really know what this guy's doing. All right, let's sort by revenue and just make sure all of these are properly upgraded. I know some of these planets I've already checked. All right, I feel like they're all upgraded. About to get another tech there. Gonna push us into the positive. Well, more into the positive on the reputation. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for all of our fleets to arrive. Some of them are very far away. They're going to take a little while. Fleet carriers is 4 years, so I feel like we probably want to bump that down the list a little bit. Let's bump these Diplotechs up. They're only like 150 days. Probably a really good idea to get more Talons and Garans because they're pretty large sections of populations that we have. Oh, Xenox Ascendancy's fighting back. Took over one of the systems. We're about to push in over here. Definitely don't have a ton of money, but a decent amount. Trending in the right direction. Take a look at our funding levels. Looks like we are capped out here now. So all of the money we possibly can spend on colony growth is being spent. Hopefully that's translating to actual growth. If we look at our nemesis here, looks like they are also growing, but at a bit of a slower rate. I feel like they were 450-ish, 460-ish. And we've gone up a lot since then. We definitely have more colonies than them and than these guys, but the population, I don't know how the AI gets such rapid population growth, like way better than I get. They're like double or triple my population all the time. All right, these guys are at war. These are the guys I'm gunning for, so we're gonna really try to put some pressure on them. Looks like they're building a lot of planetary bastions using these funds that we're generating, which is fine. I'm absolutely going to destroy our reputation. Not much I can do about that. All right, that's probably, if order is probably fine. So the question is, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer, but does this help with assimilation? Generating more revenue now. That's just because the mood is better. Like they're less unhappy with being part of our empire. All right, we still got this fleet working its way down there. Fleet's the furthest away. It's trying to get there. The problem with having a very long empire, a long and narrow empire, is it takes a long time to get those fleets moved around. I think I've been sleeping too much on these diplomatic techs. I've been putting them off, but they're significantly increasing our economy because the populations apparently get happier, or at least are in some way affected by that, even if it's indirectly via reputation. Can't quite place my finger on what's causing it, but there's no doubt it has a direct impact on our economy. So I think in the future, I need to focus more on these diplo techs. Like, they're actually pretty important, it looks like. Let's pop over and take a look at our military expenses. Looks like they've gone up a little bit. Not terribly, but a little. The AI is still spending a ton of money, which I'd like to spend, but they're kind of blasting through it. What I'd really like to do is some terraforming on our best revenue planets. That's maxed. This is almost maxed. It already has a terraforming facility. This one says maxed, but it actually can go more. Heck yeah, they're offering us a gift. I will take it. All right, come on, let's get enough cash on hand. All right, well, we're probably good enough to start the fight. How'd you get back on automatic? All right, let's hop over here and start causing some drama. We got a lot of good positive cash flow. We need to start utilizing it while we can. Go ahead and hop on over. Yeah, they don't need a gift. All right, now it's time for the reputation to start dropping. I hope that's more their ships blowing up than mine. I think it is. All right, let's go retire that ship. All right, some of our invasion fleets should be able to hop over here and get ready to take over this planet. We unfortunately will have to bombard the heck out of it. And that is going to cause some reputation loss for sure. Yeah, you just watch my money drop as I bombard these planets. Oh, yeah, we got I gotta like stop those bombardments as soon as they clear up the buildings, because massive reputation drop the minute you get a little too frisky with the bombardment and start killing a bunch of population. That's where the problems really start coming in. Well, tech, and you're still moving, so it's fine. All right, there we go. And that, all of our revenue just out the door. Reload up whatever troops we can. What are you doing? Stop. All right, well, it seems hell-bent on attacking that mining station, so we'll just have to let it do whatever it wants to do there. Oh, there is a good opportunity to take this planet. There's no shields on it. It's got a terraforming facility. They must have just colonized it. So we can definitely poach that and bring it over into the fold. Yep, let's pop on in there and attack. And we're just about to get the Xenox diplomacy as well, which would be nice, given that this is a Xenox planet. They are not too happy with us. Actually, we probably shouldn't pick up those populations, given they look like they were about to rebel. Well, let's see what happens. We'll keep them nearby in case we need to reinvade that planet. That was a huge swing in revenue, just based off invading 2 planets. Yeah, the invasions really did me in there. I think in the future I'm going to have to more formalize my war, because that would probably reduce the impact there of the colony invasions. Okay, now they're just unhappy and they're not totally ready to rebel. All right, let's toggle these back on invading. We'll toggle these guys back to attacking. All right, I definitely feel like next time we're ready, I'm going to formally declare war, because that's really what's hurting us, is reputation. How are the old spies doing? Firing presence is slowly moving people up. Nice. Characters untested, so they're not gaining nothing. Research failure, that stinks. Yeah, that really set us back on colony growth trajectory here. Super unfortunate. Good news is it does look like it's coming back pretty quick. Let's get this complete diplomacy researched. Not next, but like the third one on the list, because we have a fair amount of securin in our population, so that could potentially be good. All right, I'm not going to send this spy on a mission, but I'm going to send all the rest on a mission. We're going to target the Fierce Guild. And I mean, we're going to grab whatever we can, but I think I'm going to focus on something that might be useful to us. Battlefield medicine's probably good, because we're going to be doing invading. All right, I put 5 on that. So the next one I'm just going to put on... No, the next 5 I'm going to put on the next pack. Advanced beam focusing. And then after that, the remainder I'm going to put on advanced fleet targeting. Or you know what? Let's do a tech that has a higher chance of actual success. High power discharge. That's fine. These will be our moonshots. See if they have any chance of making that happen. All right, let's unpause. Hopefully we'll finish this tech relatively soon. Our reputation will continue to improve. I really do feel like we should push into here and take as much of this as possible. That does put us right up against the Horde, though. I mean, I guess we're kind of already right up against them. I just don't want them declaring war on me prematurely. Eventually, it'll be war, but not too soon. Yeah, give him the map. It's fine. Let this catch up, because it had been 4 days. Take a look at this Empire info. Yeah, they grew again. They're continuing to grow. They actually have more known colonies than they had before. So they're still expanding. They made free trade agreement. I will do that. Oh, come on, it's been 4 days. Complete the tech. We're gonna slow down. How's the old assimilation going on these planets? I want to look at importance, I guess. Yeah, still not completely assimilated. Closer. All right, that tech did finish. What happened here? Hello. Suitability. Got some colonizing to do, it looks like. Opportunities for expansion that don't require war. Definitely queuing that up. They're not as angry with us as I would have thought they would be. Their military is way more powerful than ours, though. We're not even at 1 million military power. Okay, we got another happiness tech researched. Tell you, in the future, I am not sleeping on those techs anymore. Those are really, really valuable. Where are you at, and why weren't you visible before? You're like pretty set in our empire. That's interesting. Oh, was it the advanced ice colonization tech? Did we manage to steal that? These are all ice planets. Maybe I missed that. No, we didn't get it. Matter of fact, let me bump that up the list. That would be good to do. Especially now that we're colonizing a bunch of them. Evaded after successfully stealing. Look at you. I'm guessing they'll be reassigned to do the same exact thing again. Unless we actually got the tech. Yeah, let's go after that. Holy cow, we're going cash positive already? I'll take it. Slowly trickling in the right direction. Take a quick gander at the state and private economy here. We haven't built any additional state ships, so that hasn't changed yet. Well, I think I'm going to put the cut in here for today. We've made a good amount of progress. We took one more system, and we learned a little bit more about the mechanics of the reputation and the diplomatic techs. So I'm definitely going to do a little more to get these diplomatic techs done. We did manage to unlock the ability to colonize a bunch more planets. So I think we're going to kind of pivot again from prepping for a war economy and more so shift towards colonization again, at least until we get those planets colonized. The good news is that'll also help us give it time to get a reputation down. And then when we are eventually ready for war, we can declare a formal war against them, which hopefully will help maintain our reputation. I'm guessing the colony invasions, that huge negative hit, was because we weren't at war with them when we invaded the colony. I'm speculating. I don't know if that's the case, but we can test that out in the next episode, or maybe a couple episodes after that, depending on when we actually get around to going to war again. So take a look at the victory screen while we are wrapping up here. So the Gazurians are at 51%, so they got 19% more to go. Paris Horde is getting up there a little bit. The Rhyphira territory, which are my nemesis, that I'm currently working on trying to take over, slowly creeping up a little bit, 32%. Quite a bit of a gap there, but that's okay. The Beskar conformity, I think they took quite a bit of a hit, But I'm hoping once we gobble up the Thyfira territory, we can move on to gobbling up the Baskarans and kind of become at least equivalent to the Kentaris Horde, if not the top dog, and then we could just start hammering away at them. And these guys I'm not worried about. I'll just try to maintain diplomatic relations with them to keep people, keep this treaty signed and keep the diplomacy aspect of the game flowing. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future, and I will catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.